I'm not exactly sure. I know that these get really. Ooh, oh, I need brakes. I need brakes. Okay, lights are on. Light is green. Trap is clean. I can't see. This was supposed to help record the chat, and I see no chat. I don't even see if I'm online or not. I have to pull over. Okay, I don't know that I'm online. That looks like that I am. I think I have. Why can't you just make this bigger? Okay, traffic's going to be bad now because it's about 15 minutes later than I usually leave. I don't know if anybody's coming. That's fine. Most of these things are me talking to myself, but this is a double titled, sort of triple title, because April 2nd, 2025, I'm in Lent. In the Liturgy of the Hours. Oh boy. In the Psalter. Woo-hoo. I hope you're going 35, buddy, because I went. All right, so in the Psalter, we are in week 4. We rotate through the cycles, but you have to keep up with it during Lent, during Advent, the Easter season. You have to make sure that you stay, like, you'll get I forget what they call it. The Ordo's one way you can do it, but I used to get just the Liturgy of the Hours for our diocese, like the North American diocese, and be able to do it that way. But since I titled this Liberation Day, April 2nd, and Switch 2, this is a rambling video. I would have uploaded yesterday morning, but I got a phone call from a very good friend of mine that I met a while back when I was in a discernment retreat group. And he has a medical podcast, and he's sort of rebranding it, reworking it now, which I find fascinating, and I can't wait to listen to it, because he majored in philosophy like I did. When you are a seminarian in the Catholic Church, you're required in the United States to major in philosophy. So when you are a philosophy major, you have to take philosophy. Imagine that. And then you start to wean, you start to bring in theology. You are getting a college education, and depending on where, he went to Belmont College, and because he's from the Charlotte diocese, he actually transferred there. We used to have Bishop Michael Burbidge, who is now the bishop in Arlington, Virginia. The Diocese of Raleigh now has Bishop I forget how they say it, but Bishop Zarama. Jose Rafa Zarama, Bishop Zarama, and he came from Atlanta. I don't know that much about him, and it's funny because Bishop Burbidge would absolutely talk to anybody. He would just come up. My mom knew him just in passing or whatever, but he always talked to. When I met him in a discernment retreat way back in Philadelphia, he basically gave us a private mass, which was lovely. And he talked to us just like like you talk to anybody. You just happen to be at a train station or airport or something, and you just start talking. That's the kind of guy Bishop Burbidge is. Bishop Zarama, I guess, because he's from a different culture, he comes from, I forget if it's North or Southern Columbia, but I've even held the door for that man, and he didn't even acknowledge that I was holding the door. But that's fine. Our diocese has changed with his presence. And again, it's April 2nd, 2025. We're in Lent, and it's Liberation Day. That's obviously a political thing that I'm saying. And I'm rambling on to that topic because if you're worried about your overall retirement accounts, if you're worried about stocks going down, if you're worried about any of this stuff, if this causes you to worry, I think you may misunderstand how investing works. The sales that are going on now are some of the most advantageous sales that you can possibly purchase. And what I mean is, while we get ready to potentially pre-order switches, what is on sale right now is your retirement, your future. When the S&P 500, which I think is a better measure than the Dow Jones Industrial or the NASDAQ, when the S&P 500 goes down, it is not time to jump off roofs. It is the time to realize your future is on sale. But you do need to know how to invest in your future. The idiots that don't seem to understand when they sell off Tesla. Tesla is a single stock. Tesla is a volatile stock because it is a single stock. But you are creating such a market for Tesla stock and Tesla cars by your moronic actions. You will drive that stock through the roof. You will help those sales in the end. And if you do, you will miss out because you have decided to sell. You, by your own actions, are not understanding the fact that they cannot take away your shares. What your shares are worth is a temporary monetary value. When your stocks, your mutual funds, which are multiply diverse funds multiply diverse stocks inside a fund, when they go on sale, you buy. Because what you're doing is you're getting more shares for your dollar. Now, why is the stock market tanking? And why do we need a liberation? If you live in a supposed red state that has a blue governor, has blue manipulative House representatives, and has fake red representatives, what you have is an anti-sale agenda. You may see your gasoline prices going up. If you're seeing your gasoline prices going up, it is because of your blue governor, your blue representatives, and the anti-sale of your future. They don't want taxes to go down. Look on your AI of choice, though I completely say if you are using DeepSeek, if you are using anything China contingent, you're making a mistake. You're uploading all of your extra information that you should not be doing. But whatever, the AI of your choosing, and find out what your state and local gasoline tax is. If your gasoline prices are not falling, it is because your state is not MAGA red. If your state was red and it was actual conservative or MAGA red, your gasoline prices will be plummeting very, very soon. Now, is that an investment in the future? It is, if you understand how all of this was, quote unquote, working before, when we were told this is transitory. And now you're actually hearing similar wording. What is transitory? And what is this stagflation? What are all these terms that economists throw out there that sidestep what's really going on? We fought a revolutionary war in the United States. Not only, but one of the main purposes was to be represented when we were taxed. If they were taxing the American colonies and they had no representation when they decided the tax in England, American colonies said, if you're not going to represent us, we're not paying your tax. If you do not allow us to speak, if you try to silence us, we will not pay your tax because it is no longer our tax. If you have a representative that has vowed to fight the Make America Great Again agenda, attention, what they're telling you is they're silencing you. These local taxes to silence. If they represented you, most actual voting Americans would agree the taxes are too high. The government is still bloated. If you do not agree that you think we need more taxes, I don't think you understand sales of future work. When stocks, when mutual funds, when the S&P goes down, it's not because of so-called volatility and uncertainty based on we don't know how this is going to go. No. This is a course correction for simple mathematics and philosophy. And that's where I started. What does liberation mean? I should decide where my money goes. I don't have the choice to not pay it. Do you have the choice to not pay your taxes? If you bought yourself a Social Security number, guess what? Oh, look, you do. But you're living in the shadows. The government, which is wonderful at spending money, your money, has actually taken the purchased Social Security number and withholding something that you didn't actually earn because it was not your Social Security number. They've taken what you've earned and they've decided to spend it on your behalf. And they say, thank you very much. That's why we sell these things to people, because we know we get money on the back end for it. And where does it go? A typical senator, which, by the way, I am from New Jersey. If you think I can't talk for 25 hours, you don't know people from Jersey. You think that standing up there in front of a microphone and a camera is heroic? I can double 25 hours and I will still have a voice left, and I am promising you that it will accomplish nothing. The longer that I have taught children in the church, the longer I've realized attention spans were never long, but they're getting shorter. Most of my vlogs, my rambling vlogs, VD-logs, are for me. And I know that I need to listen to them more than once for no other reason than my attention span is not as long as it needs to be. So I can talk for 27 hours, no problem. And yes, I'm actually from Jersey. I have no idea where that accent comes from, but that dude sounds like straight up Pennsylvania, not Jersey. That is a Pennsylvania Jersey guy. And most of these blue individuals are supposedly representing places they don't even live. Our wonderful blue Bronx representative doesn't even live in the place she supposedly represents. But it doesn't matter, because her money comes from you. Her money comes from keeping the sale of Social Security numbers. That's part of the reason why a House of Representatives individual or a senator, let's just go back to the senator, because that was where I side off the side ramp. A senator makes an average of $130,000 a year. That is not an entry level salary. It does supposedly require all kinds of money, but yet there's all these campaign finance things that talk about how you can't raise this, you can't raise that. But when you see how much money goes into a campaign, they're all investing to buy that person's votes for particular things, because once they get in there and they get that salary, they say, I got you in there with this money. Yo me. You vote this way on this. You look at this bill, you see that there, that's for me. Whether there's a kickback involved or not, let's go all the way back and say, did that senator earn that salary? What do you do but talk? I talk. Google took my ad revenue, which I didn't even want to put commercials on my videos because I hate commercials. I'm not interested in another subscription for YouTube Premium, but YouTube is extremely interested in making the commercials longer, more persistent, and if you walk away with your headphones and your watch and your phone are not near you, you are going to repeatedly get commercials that you have to skip because they are created like these stupid, I don't even know what this crap is anymore. They got these dumb, like superhero things. It doesn't matter. They're all like mini podcast half commercials that are like 15 minutes long, and unless you hit skip, they stay on. You have to touch the button. That's psychology involved there, because they want you to touch the button so that they can throw their little link in there and just happen to be in. Okay, so because I have to start wrapping this up, and because these things take all day to upload publicly, this is Liberation Day for your future. Because if you're voting to make America great again, you are voting to lower the tax that will come out of your money that you can invest. And if you are voting to watch the stock market come down right now, you can take your money, invest it in the shares that you decide, and ride this all the way out. What they call this is play through. You're going to play through this, and you watch. You watch, because the one thing that's happening right now is everybody's hearing the plan. And if you weren't listening to the plan in 2015, welcome to the plan. This man and this administration is doing exactly what they've been saying they were going to do for 8 years. And the crazies that are out there are financed by a corrupt CIA that is getting their pants pulled down so the world can see how small their dick is and how much money they give, your money, to everyone but you. To everyone but you, so that they can get their money back. But they're getting your money back. What I'm saying is abolish taxes so that we don't have to say, I'm not paying them anymore. My taxes are due. I'm waiting until April 15th. I've got it all worked out, and I said, you will get your money on April 15th. I'm not giving it to you early. That's my money. You can abolish taxes. You can get rid of all of it. And you can invest it in yourself, in your future. Maybe you can buy a Nintendo Switch too. And you can watch the inflation keep going all around the place, because maybe there'll be a tariff if that thing is not made in the United States of America. I'll pay the tariff because I've set a little bit of money aside that has been earning interest. It's not competing with the transitory inflation of the last 4 years, but I've also got a retirement account that I am loading. There, it's like extra pieces in the mag. Every share that you put, it's just one extra round. Because my game that I will play, I'm playing through. I'm taking the licks, driving to work, dealing with the stuff that I deal with, because I have a plan for later. And I've been listening to the plan since 2015. All you have to do is start with a personal liberation that you make with the Lord. Jesus himself said, my sheep hear my voice. They know me and they follow me. They also recognize the thief. And they won't come when the thief is calling. If your ears have heard the truth and understand and recognize who Jesus is, you know that all this nonsense is just noise. That includes all the crap that I have to still work through, that I may be in purgatory working out. But my ally is Jesus. And that is the ultimate liberation day in the middle of Lent. Today, 2025. I think you should switch to Jesus.